You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your Mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. It's your romantic fairy godmama coming to you today with a single smart female listener question. Now, this listener question comes all the way from Central Arkansas, and she titles herself Miss Bored in the South. Now, Miss Bored in the South writes, Dear Jen, I have Mantourage dated for a while now, and I do not find a problem meeting quality men. I normally have amazing first dates, and usually the men ask when they can see me again. Men are normally attracted to me and say that I am fun. Doesn't seem like a problem, right? Well, the question is, when is the right time to stop dating or maybe pause for a bit? I notice I simply just don't get excited anymore. My dating goal is to find my long-term partner in life, but how do I get there when dating alone just does not excite me anymore? Okay, Miss Bored in the South, let's dive into this. And the first thing I am going to tell you is that dating alone shouldn't excite you. What you really need to look like is, what does the rest of your life feel like? So dating is something that you should incorporate into your life, specifically Mantourage dating. It's a lifestyle experience. It's a way that you set up your life, which is what I do with women when I work with them, is I help them reconfigure their life to bring amazing experiences into their life. But I'm going to tell you right now, if dating isn't exciting you, it's that there's part of you that's extremely bored in the rest of your life or taxed in the rest of your life. So if you've got too much output going, meaning your work is stressful, your life is stressful, all of your interactions are pulling at you, and you're not actually getting time to recalibrate and to digest, then your dating experiences are going to get boring no matter how exciting and fun they can be. Mantourage dating specifically, it's an amazing experience and it's transformative, but it's a part of the puzzle, okay? It's a part of your life. Again, a lifestyle experience. When I work with a woman at first, yes, there's front loading that has to be done, but ultimately dating just becomes part of her life until she draws in what it is that she wants romantically. And the more fun she is having in her life, the more likely she is to draw in her, I'm going to call it a quote unquote end goal, a little bit quicker. So making it more enjoyable. Now, if you're finding it to be treacherous, again, you have to first look at the rest of your life. If you have no bandwidth for Mantourage dating, then I suggest maybe, yes, you put it on a couple weeks pause or whatever you need to recalibrate in the rest of your life, because it sounds like you're doing a good job attracting the other stuff, but you're just not going to have any bandwidth to be excited about it if everything else just feels boring or doesn't feel good, or you're being called to something else in your life. So again, it is okay, definitely, to pause, but I want you to understand that it's not necessarily the dating that's boring you. It most likely is something else in the rest of your life, and which is why it's important to address those pieces. And that's why I help my clients do that, so that they can have the bandwidth to feel excited. Because if you're already feeling kind of just drained or numb, of course you're not going to be excited about dating anymore. Now, the second piece of this is something we already mentioned, and you have to really address this in your lifestyle. Are you the type of person that needs full throttle in life in order to feel excited? And that's something you should gauge now, because, we get this dopamine stimulus constantly from our phones, from everything else, that we need something super exciting in order to be excited. Like, it has to be off the charts. And that hit has to get stronger and stronger. And it's a type of addiction. And that's something that you need to address if that is the case. I recommend for that, of course, coming off digital devices for a while, letting yourself decompress, allowing digestion, so to speak. So for instance, if you're on the go all the time and your lifestyle is full, taking a day to just yourself, where you have nobody who's asking for you or doing anything, and you're just doing what you need and what you want, and defining that the way that you need to in order to have the rest. Again, I like to call it digestion because one of my favorite quotes comes from an old world courtesan named Ninon de L'Enclos, who said, love, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, love often dies of indigestion, not starvation. Why? Because we have too much stimulus going on at one time. And so the hits have to keep getting stronger, and we don't get to appreciate the little pieces of life. Now, which brings me into my next point, is I also see women often do all the success that you're having in your life with your dating, with the other pieces, all that stuff. Are you even stopping to celebrate and just relish it for a moment and acknowledge it? It is imperative as women that we stop just looking at life as just a checklist. Now, I love checklists. I really get off on checklists in certain situations. But you have to pause and take a moment and take in all the amazing things that you've created in your life and all the experiences that you are drawing in and attracting, and appreciate those and be grateful for them and even celebrate them, not be dismissive and just go to the next task that you want to achieve. I've had clients before come to me and they tell me they've done these major kick-ass things in their life, but every time they finish, they don't feel anything. It just feels, okay. I guess I got to go look for what's next. And that's because they're not taking the time to stop and celebrate the little things and the big things. Life should be a continuous celebration. And celebrations, of course, don't have to be gigantic. They can be, of course. You can celebrate with your girls, with your guy friends, with your family, whatnot. But you have to take a moment and ask yourself, are you actually celebrating all the wins that you're having in your life, in the small things? And, just the way that you're creating your life if you want it to continue to be fun and exciting. And also acknowledge that sometimes exciting doesn't have to be full throttle. It can be, just a beautiful glance that you share with somebody. It can be a moment that you have, a small conversation. It can be a feeling. It can be a natural high that you didn't get off of a digital device, that you're just realizing how amazing your life is and everything you've created. There are lots of ways to stop and celebrate. And of course, you can journal all those things. It's a great way to acknowledge those things, but make sure every day you are taking into account all the fucking amazing things in your life that you have drawn in, created, and will keep on attracting, so you're making space for more. Now, something in your submission, you mentioned that all the people, or most of the guys that you meet, are online. I'm going to challenge you and say it's time for you. I love online dating. You should continue online dating. Of course, after you take your pause, if you need a pause. But make sure you're meeting men offline. That's another challenge and excitement factor in itself. And see where you've taken your adored woman skills. That's one of the things that we do in working together. Is I help with the women that I work with, is that I help them, I teach them how to do online dating properly so that they get incredible results. But I tell them from the beginning, my main goal, yes, there is a high chance you'll meet somebody amazing online for a long-term partner. But my main goal is with online dating is to give you the practice you need so that you have these skills on and offline, okay? And I make it very, very clear that I love online dating. I had a blast online dating. I've gotten significantly better at online dating for years now, helping my clients do what they need to do. But I met my husband offline while I was having an amazing time online dating. And that online dating experience made it possible for me to meet him offline. So again, wrapping this all up, of course, it's okay to take a pause. Make sure you're addressing the things that are going on in the rest of your life. Sometimes a pause is absolutely, a dating sabbatical is absolutely necessary, especially when you've got super high stress situations. But also ask yourself those different questions of, what does the rest of your life look like? Are you needing to go full throttle in life in order to feel excited, and making sure you're addressing that? Also, making sure it's time once you start back into dating, if you do take a sabbatical, that you are meeting men offline as well. Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. Mantourage dating is a lifestyle experience. In order to get the most from Mantourage dating, you also should address what's going on in the rest of your life. Hey, lover girl, don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you are ready to finally stop being on the losing end of love, then listen up. I exclusively work with women like you who want it all: career, success, to be loved, adored, romance, and who are willing to change the status quo in dating so that you can finally have the love life of your dreams, as well as a soft place to land at the end of your day. Most smart, successful single women I know and or have worked with have one thing in common. They are incredible at the rest of their life, but they feel powerless, uncomfortable, and awkward in romance. Just because you are smart does not mean you should figure it out on your own. I can guarantee you there are several pieces that you are missing, big pieces. And in fact, one of the fastest ways to unravel all that's keeping you from the love life of your dreams is the secret society of adored women. But none of this means anything to your love life until you take the small step of courage by scheduling your application interview for the Secret Society of Adored Women at secretsocietyofAdoredwomen.com. This is the way beyond the podcast opportunity to completely reinvent your dating and love life as it is happening. It's a love life makeover year where you can tell all of your craptastic dating and love experiences to kiss your hot ass. This is you having a real life romantic fairy godmama at your fingertips instead of ever wasting another moment on one-size-fits-all crap advice about men, dating, and love. These are the additional pieces that I won't reveal on the podcast or in public. We are going to cover the ins and outs of Mantourage dating, leaving nothing untouched. And I'm going to work with you directly to customize the experience in order for you to get everything you want out of life and love. Procrastination is the exclusive killer of all dreams, especially in your love life. It's time to get your dating and love life in order. It's definitely time to stop pretending you enjoy mediocre dating love experiences, but most of all, it's absolutely the right time to develop your Mantourage and let me help you create everything you want romantically. Magic included, no batteries required. Meet me over at thesecretsocietyofAdoredwomen.com to schedule your application interview.